Continuing with the routing, we are going to talk about required parameters. These are routes that must have a variable passed into the endpoint. Here, we are going to create a user endpoint with an ID as required parameter. Route, get, user, and the required parameter, in this case, ID. Let's see what happens when we now try and access this route. As expected, we get the response we were expecting. If we don't provide a user ID, then we get a page not found. Great, so let's now look at option parameters. Very similar to required parameters, but we add a question mark to the end of the variable. Also, don't forget to also add default parameters on optional variables. Let's add a conditional if statement and see what we get. With a user, we get the same response, but with no ID, we get the user no found message. Great, pretty simple but powerful things we can do with routing. Let's move on to talk about regular expression constraints. We can apply regular expressions by two ways. First, chaining the where method onto the end of the route action like this. Or second, we can provide a global constraint, which is a bit different because instead of applying the constraint to a route, we provide it to a variable name. So in this case, to add a global constraint, we need to add it to the route service provider's boot method. So let's do that. Route, pattern, ID, and our regular expression. Now, whenever we use the variable with the name ID, it will get this regular expression applied to it. In the next video, we are going to discuss naming our routes and the benefits of doing so. Again, don't forget to practice what we've done in this video.